gonna tell you guys straight up and straight down. Mike Perry is the people's champ. He's the people's champ, man. I just watched a recent interview where Mike Perry was standing up on the stage with Aljamain Sterling, and somebody asked him like how long he was willing to fight or when he was gonna retire, or something along those lines. And Mike Perry just looked at this guy with the most serious look on his face and said, "I'm gonna fight till I'm dead." And I respected the fuck out of that. That's the type of fighters I like to see, man. Colby Covington, fuck you.
In other news, Mike Platinum fucking Perry.
Let me just give you guys a little background, man. So the very first time we saw Mike Perry fight, he was fighting against
Dong
Young Kim. So this Asian guy, right? He was way bigger than Mike, man. And I just want to tell you,
Korean.
He was Korean. I'm sorry, that was my mistake.
He still is.
Is Korean. Anyways, they went out for the handshake, and Mike Perry pulled his hand back and yelled in his face, and that shit was exciting as fuck. Got me pumped up for the fight. Yeah. Then Mike Perry proceeded to knock him the fuck out. And ever since then, he's been on a tear with the little side.
Little hiccup.
With a little hiccup.
Little hiccup.
From Alan Joban. But who the fuck is Alan Joban?
Yeah, seriously. Right? Just got knocked out himself.
Just got knocked out himself. All he did was play the point game. So we're not too worried about that. Mike Perry's still a fan favorite. People love the way he talks. The UFC is obviously promoting him. Dana White likes him. Ari Emanuel likes him. The fucking fans like him. And he's just out here goddamn laying elbows and fucking knees on motherfuckers.
Elbow burger.
Elbow burger.
But man, listen, Mike Perry might not know who the owner of the UFC is. He might not know who the billionaire owner who approached him is. But god damn it, does Ari Emanuel know who Mike Perry is. And that's fucking hard. And I respect that shit. And I also respect the fuck out of the fact that this dude comes out there every goddamn time to destroy and dismantle a motherfucker. It's impressive.
Comes out to fight, man.
It's impressive.
That little hiccup with Alan Joban that, you know, I've heard it before from another YouTube channel. He shall remain nameless. But your favorite fighter doesn't always have to win to be your favorite fighter. They can still be exciting, man. A fight is a fight. Some people win, some people lose. It happens. You can't stay undefeated forever.
And I don't expect you to be undefeated if you're fighting the best of the best, because I mean, at that point it's you're either not being tested or you're failing tests, John Jones, and like that's pretty much what it comes down to. So
let's get down to this Ponzinibbio Perry fight. I'm not gonna lie, I actually fucking like Ponzinibbio, even though he eye poked the fuck out of. He did. What's his name?
Goonie.
Yeah, Goonie. Gunnar Nelson. Even though he eye poked the fuck out of Gunnar Nelson, that guy likes to throw hands, and that's the type of fighter I like. So that was exciting. He was pushing the action, pushing the pace. Ended up beating the shit out of Gunnar. Respect to Gunnar. But Ponzinibbio came out on top. And now we have a fight where we know Ponzinibbio is going to push forward and Perry is going to push forward. And it's just going to be a battle of the hands.
Oh, yeah. I completely fucking agree. The only thing I'm kind of afraid of, and I have to be honest here, is...
Eye pokes, I get it.
No. Poke him in the platinum right above his eye. Shit, dude, I think Mike Perry's looking past Ponzinibbio already, kind of like, this dude is...
With good reason.
But this dude is a monster, though. Just like Mike Perry, but this dude is a fucking monster, too. I think it's a little crazy. I know he's doing it for his stardom, to keep the rising star soaring. But that's a little scary that you're looking past this dude. I would be doing nothing.
I don't think he's looking past him. I think he's setting something up for the future, because even though he's had that little thing go on with Darren Till, he's also made his own call out of another fighter, and as well, Darren Till has also called out another fighter. Not Mike Perry. He called out the winner of Thompson. He actually just called out Thompson. Not even the winner. He just called out Thompson.
That's weird.
Well, he doesn't have faith in Masvidal, obviously.
Yeah, I guess not, huh? That's kind of an interesting little point there, but I have nothing but respect for Mike Perry. I want to see this Till matchup, and I feel like I think he's going to get past Ponzinibbio, but when he does, I think we're just going to be going over the fucking top with fucking love for this dude. Because like this is his breakout fight. I know it's not against a real huge named opponent, but he's on the brink of stardom, and they kind of threw him a curveball here. And if he can knock it out of the park, then man, he is the new star of the team.
They're building him up slowly, just like Francis Ngannou. Ponzinibbio, he might not be a big name, but if anybody saw his last fight, they know this guy's a fighter.
Oh yeah,
Ponzinibbio is the real deal. Darren Till, this fucking guy, he's also a nobody. He just beat the shit out of Cerrone, and he just cracked the top 10, which I'm happy about. I love down on Cerrone, but Darren Till put on a masterful performance, and I love that.
And you shouldn't be in the top 10 after 3 losses.
Even if, he should drop back down to lightweight. Yeah. But even if Mike Perry fights Darren Till, that's still a no-name.
Yeah.
He needs to fight. Well, I want him to fight. I want to see him fight Darren Till, but I also want to see him fight somebody in the top 5. So
I agree with that. So where does he go from a Ponzinibbio? Say Robbie Lawler loses to Dos Anjos. Say Till is in the background, kind of lingering, waiting to see what happens, and Ponzinibbio gets knocked out by Perry, as we as fans of Mike Perry want to see. Say that Perry gets a KO win. Robbie Lawler is coming off a loss, and Till is sitting in the background. What do you do with those 3? Does Perry get Lawler, or does Perry get Till?
In my opinion, Lawler hasn't put on impressive enough performances to get back in title contention yet. His fight against Donald Cerrone, in my opinion, could have went either way. We'll see how this fight plays out against Dos Anjos before I even get into that. Not that even Dos Anjos is like the number 1 guy.
Isn't it crazy that they just threw Dos Anjos in there? Like, he's a title contender. He's definitely deserving of a shot.
Then Dana said, winner of this gets a title shot.
What about Masvidal? How the fuck are they forgetting about Jorge?
Well, see, they're fucking up because now it's basically going to be a rematch or a rematch.
Yeah.
It could either be Lawler or it could be Thompson.
Stupid.
I don't want to see either of those fights anymore. Lawler's going to get knocked out again because Tyron obviously saw something during their training time together where he's just not scared of this guy at all. Thompson, that's just going to be a chess match, stalemate, boring. I don't want to fucking see it anymore. It's done. I'd rather see him go against Masvidal. But honestly, even then, I just want to see Mike Perry go against Till. I think that's the fight that needs to be made. They had their little interaction on the cage after the fight. They're both still not in the top 5. They're both still like waiting for their stardom. We love these guys because we're addicted to this shit. But to everybody else, these guys, they're not mainstream yet. So they need to fight each other.
I agree with you to a certain extent. I don't think they should fight each other next because of what you just said. That they are looking for stardom. Why throw them to each other when you can build them up around others? That way that they can eventually... It's an old boxing tactic. You're not going to put... it's a business thing. You're not going to put those 2 young guns against each other yet because you have the rising star potential of both of them. And now you have hype built up, especially.
Boxing's dead. Let me throw that out there.
But guess what?
The old boxing regimen doesn't work over here.
It does, and it has, a.k.a. Conor McGregor. He hasn't defended the fucking title once. And
He's about to, though. He has to now.
He has to now, but what that was a boxing tactic of I'm going to not defend, I'm going to move up and vacate that belt.
Well, let me ask
that is a boxing tactic there.
What do you think about Joe Rogan on this podcast saying that Darren Till will fuck up Mike Perry?
I think that I love Joe Rogan, but I think he is I think for the most part he's a sincere dude, but I feel like with fighting he does not understand that he is a fair weather fan. I feel like he is a bandwagoner, much like, I mean, all of us are to a certain extent. But guess what, Joe? If you're not going to predict fights, you shouldn't jump on the bandwagon afterwards, because it gives us a fucking telltale sign of who you looked for the win in the first place. And when you do that, I don't know, you're exposing yourself a little bit. And I think it's kind of fucked up what you did to your boy Cowboy. I don't know if he fucking told Cowboy beforehand, like, what are you doing, man? You shouldn't be taking this fight, man. Have you even YouTubed him yet, man? Do you have Wi-Fi on the ranch, man? I don't know if he did. I don't know if he did any of that. So I can't speak on that. But at the same...
Bad motherfucker ranch, though.
Yeah, oh, yeah. The bad motherfucker ranch. BMF. But, bad motherfucker. With that being said, I just... Joe kind of disappointed me. I mean, I know you brought that to my attention today, and I was kind of like, wow, man, like you were giving words of encouragement to this man in front of his fucking face, in front of millions of people, saying, bro, you need to go to 170. That's where you belong. And then after, flash forward 3 fights later, he is sitting there with Eddie Bravo and Brendan Schaub and says, yeah, he needs to go back down to 155. You were just stressing the fact that he is killing himself to make that weight only to be weakened come the fight. How fucking dare you say that? I mean...
To be fair, though, I do agree. He needs to go back down. Let's not turn this into a surround video.
I know. But it's like, come on, man. Like, this is overall, I mean, we're looking at the welterweight picture right here. This is a Mike Perry video. We're looking at the welterweights. And you look at Mike Perry's build versus fucking Donald Cerrone, and there is no question that he is not a welterweight.
No way. Lightweight, for sure.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this. Future matchup, perhaps. Mike Perry, Tyron Woodley. What do you see? Mike Perry's giving a ton of respect to Tyron. They both seem to respect each other. Mike's a fucking badass motherfucker. I also really like Tyron Hamhawks Woodley. You already know that. But his last couple fights, I guess he kind of just circles the fence, and they haven't really been too impressive. Even though I was impressed with the Damian Maia fight, nobody else was.
Yeah, I know that. I was also impressed with the Damian Maia performance. But he stopped 24 fucking takedowns against the best jiu-jitsu expert in the history of the UFC, except maybe Royce Gracie, but I don't think Royce Gracie would survive today. But good God, man. His defense is obviously impeccable, but I don't think his striking defense is impeccable. I think
tell that to Josh Koscheck.
Well, I mean, that's, Koscheck, you come in throwing stupid, that's what's going to happen. But you get predictable, that's what's going to happen. You get knocked out a bunch of times and you keep doing the same shit, that's what's going to happen. But I can't speak of the future of that fight because I haven't even seen Super Saiyan Perry yet. I have not seen Mike Perry transition to that next stage of Super Saiyan, and who knows where the fuck he's going to be come a title fight. That's a scary fucking thought right there, to see where that man is going to be come title contention. That is scary right there.
This is a new fucking era, man. You mark my words now. One day, it's going to be Mike Perry versus Darren Till for the fucking championship.
Oh,
dude.
man. Could be.
That's going to be a crazy fucking fight.
I would not put it past anybody. The way that, like I said, styles make fights. Styles also dictate the fucking game, man. Like, that's the craziest shit, man. You watch how stand-up has evolved in MMA to where it is almost fluid to transition into kickboxing and Muay Thai, into anything. I mean, into jiu-jitsu, into judo, into wrestling. These guys are getting so good in the boxing realm now. And that's what I've been looking forward to the most. They're not just out there brawling. They're out there strategically, tactically picking people apart with their hands. Then that transitions to the legs. Then that transitions to takedowns. Then that transitions back to elbows, whatever, knees. God, it's getting fucking beautiful out there. And I'm loving these younger guys coming up and displaying everything. And every fight starts on the fucking feet. why not make that an exciting priority? And that's coming from a biased boxing / I love stand-up, so... But I don't feel like I'm far off with that. So.
We're not pro jiu-jitsu on this channel. If you're pro jiu-jitsu, honestly, respectfully, just get the fuck out of here. We don't need your ass. Get the fuck
Get back on your back. Put your little robe on. Nah, but I know you guys would all fuck me up, so I'm not going to go there. You're going to have to catch me,
Speak for
motherfucker.
yourself, dude. They wouldn't fuck me up, bro.
With that being said, we have Mike Platinum Perry taking on Ponzinibbio. And that is a fight to fucking look forward to.
Yeah, if you guys have any friends that are like casual fans, you want to turn them on to a fight that you know for sure is going to be a barn burner, man, I'm telling you, that's the one. Because both those guys, they're coming to fight, they're coming to bang, they're going to throw those fucking fists of fury. They're not going to take each other down, they're not going to lay and pray. There's no GSP, Jake Shields up in this fight, so... I just noticed my man was wearing a Liverpool shirt. I just fucking noticed that. Darren Till supporting motherfucker on this Mike Perry video. Holy shit. Alright, we're gonna cut that right there. But I mean, Jesus Christ, Mike Perry's the fucking man.
It's a coincidence, but good call. Alright, we're out. Peace.